Good evening, my students. This is teacher Tajudeen from Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC. I'm here now to start the lesson again with my students, grade 7 students. We have explained this topic before in our first class, which we explain what is mood and the kinds of mood, and then for the kinds of mood, the camera will not show it. It will not cover it, or let me set it. Okay, so we are sorry for the interruption, please. We just want to set the camera so that you can see it clearly. Now, from here, today we want to talk about imperative mood. Okay? Today we talk about imperative mood. As you can see from the board, from the projector, you have the imperative mood. A sentence with an imperative mood makes a question or command. Okay? Any sentence with imperative mood makes a question or a command. Okay. Now, second thing is they give direct command telling someone what to do. Okay. The imperative, how do you know in a sentence, if you see a sentence, how do you know this sentence is imperative, or the sentence is indicative, or the sentence is subjective? Depend on what the verbs, the auxiliary verbs you see, okay? But in this kind of mood, which is imperative mood, okay? So the first condition is the imperative mood asks a question or a command, okay? They give direct command telling someone what to do. Now, let's see from here again. From here again, you have example of imperative mood. Okay, the first example I have here is move that book. You see now? Move that book. You see move in red color. So that is the imperative there. That is the command. What you are asked to do is to move. Is to move an object. Okay? So he said, move that book. Now this is just a straight command telling you to move the object. Understood? Okay. So that's the first example. Move that book. Now the second example here is make sure Akwata call the teacher tomorrow. You see now? Make sure Akwata call the teacher tomorrow. This is another command that you must make sure she called. The call here is in red color, telling you that is the imperative, or that is the command of what you are asked the person to do. Okay. Now here, example 3. When you get home from school, walk the dog. This is the instruction here. Look at it. The instruction here says, when you get home from school, walk the dog. Now, you asked to walk the dog. That is the instruction you are asked to do. Now, here, this is the imperative mood. The example of imperative mood. Okay? The instruction given to you here is to walk a dog. Okay? So, now, the next one, we have example 4. At 5 o'clock, 5:00, peel the potatoes for dinner. You see now, the instruction given here, or the command given here, is peel. You are asked to peel the tomatoes, the potatoes for dinner. Okay. Now, giving you the time you are asked to do that, and also what you are asked to do. That is the command. Okay. That is the command. Peel the potato for dinner. Now, these are the 4 examples we have for this imperative. We move on to this next kind of mood, which is indicative. As you can see, indicative. Okay, indicative. Sorry, my students, for you can screenshot as we are teaching. You can be snapping the classes so that after the class you can sit down at home at your comfortable time and then write it down. Okay, I think it's clear now. So you can, as soon as I finish giving you to the last, you snap it. Then before we proceed to the next lesson. Okay. So now here we talk about indicative mood. The indicative mood, what is this one talking about? A sentence with an indicative mood expresses a factual statement, at least from the perspective of the speaker. Okay, now this indicative mood telling you the real statement, that is the factual, the real statement, at least from the perspective of the speaker. Now the second one here you have, in this statement, in this kind of statement, in this sentences, the verb will express some sort of action as a statement of fact, okay, as a statement of truth. Now the action must be a true action. Now, here now you can screenshot before I go to the next page, okay? You can just snap it now, then we move it to the next page. Joseph, you are not concentrating. You are playing. You are playing. You are in the class. You have to be serious, okay? You are not concentrating. Now, again, so we move to the next topic, the next subtopic. Now we give example of indicative mood. Now, example of indicative mood. The first example, Arich laughs whenever she sees him. Now look at laughs in blue color. That is the indicative mood. Arich laughs whenever she sees him. Okay, that's the first example. Now, second example, we have there are new puppy walks quickly. Now look at the word walks. There are new puppy walks quickly. Now we have Hassan read that book in less than a day. Now what did Hassan do here is read. Okay, Hassan read that book in less than a day. Okay, the next example here we have Lino enjoyed his dinner. Okay, Lino enjoyed his dinner. Now, enjoyed is the indicative mood in this statement. Okay, enjoy is the indicative mood in this statement. Lino enjoyed his dinner. So before we move to the next page, you can also screenshot this one down now, or nevertheless, after the class, you can go to our YouTube, which is Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC International School, and then you will see all these classes there. You can replay it several times, and then from there you understand it more and more. So from there you can be pausing and write it down. So you need to have the notes. Okay, so now example 5, we have Amina travels to London frequently. Now here, what did Amina does? Travels. Okay, what she did is she travels. So Amina travels to London frequently. So here now, the word travels is the indicative mood. Okay, the word travel is the indicative mood. Now we move. Now here we have question. This question now you can jot it down, and then we proceed to the next one, because after each of the, when I explain the kind finish, I have to give you some question, then you try that again on your own. So here now explain mood. This first question. The second question is give 5 examples for each of the following mood. Okay, now here the first one, you have imperative mood. You have to give me 5 examples of imperative mood. Now, different from the one I have given you on the board, okay? You have to try and give me in your own statement. Now, the next question, indicative mood, which is the one that we have just finished. You need to give me five examples of indicative mood. Okay. Now, the third one is conditional mood. Conditional mood. So you also write 5 examples of conditional mood. Don't forget, this conditional mood, we have taken it in was the one we took in the first class, okay? Conditional mood was the first kind of mood we took in the first class. Now we have taken the imperative and then the indicative. So now, jot down the questions. You have to give me, you answer these questions that I have given you now, and then you can send your answers via our Telegram channel, or you comment on our YouTube channel after you watch the video. You comment or ask your questions under the videos. Okay. So now, or you put your answers under the video, or you write your question in a paper and bring it to the school for marking and correction if necessary. Okay. So now this one we talk about interrogative mood. Okay. Interrogative mood. This is another kind of mood we have. The interrogative. The word interrogative is not a new word to you, as many of you have come across this. The word interrogative simply means question. It's understood, right? Question. From this interrogative, that is question. You interrogate somebody or someone interrogates you. Okay, that is question. Now, in this kind of mood, a sentence with an interrogative mood asks question, like you see, like I've just said, a sentence with an interrogative mood asks question. Now, let's see again. It expresses a sense of uncertainty, okay? It expresses a sense of uncertainty, okay? Now, the next one. When dealing with interrogative mood, there will be typically 2 verbs. Now here you have to take note of this. If you are dealing with interrogative mood, you must have 2 verbs, okay? You must have 2 verbs. Now, that's the first condition. Now, secondly, one will be an auxiliary verb and the other will be main verb. So those are the 2 verbs you will need in this kind of mood, okay? The first verb, it will be auxiliary verb, which is helping verb, okay? Now, and the second verb will be the main verbs. Okay, I'll give you the examples of each of these as we move, okay? Now, common auxiliary verbs include, now the auxiliary verbs I said you take note of includes are, be, do, have, is, and so on. Okay, we have many of it now. Okay, now here, these are the common auxiliary verbs. In sentences with an interrogative mood, the auxiliary verb will often come before the subject of the sentence. The auxiliary verb often comes before the before the subject of the sentence. Okay, so now examples. The first one, are you coming to the mall? This is a question now. This is interrogative, right? Are you coming to the mall? Are in the beginning here is a verb, which is helping verb. Okay, the auxiliary verb we talk about. You see now it comes before the main verb, which is coming. Understood now? The main verb here is coming. Now, are you coming to the mall? Now, this is a question. That's interrogative mood. Okay. The next one. When is your mother leaving? When is your mother leaving? Now, is the helping verb, which is the auxiliary verb, and leaving is the main verb. Okay. Living is the main verb. Now, again, where does he work? Okay, where does he work? Now, does, there's a mistake here please in this write-up. Does is D-O-E-S, okay? This typing error, okay? So, now, where does he work, okay? Does is the helping verb and works is the main verb, okay? So, now example 4, did you bake cake for the Thanksgiving? Now, did is helping verb here and bake is the main verb, okay? So, now these are just the 4 examples given to you under these auxiliary verbs and under this interrogative mood, okay? So now we move on into the last one, which is subjective mood, okay? Now, the subjective mood, a sentence with a subjective mood expresses a condition that is hypothetical or wishful or not factual, okay? Now, if you don't understand the word hypothetical, you know what is called wishful, when you wish something, okay? When you wish something, or not factual, or something that is not true, okay? Not real, something that is not real, not factual. Now, let's see the examples here we can find for this. Okay. Now, these are the examples of subjective mood. The first one, if I were in your position, I will never leave, okay? If I were in your position, I will never leave. Now look at the word were. It's in a blue color. That is the subjective here. You are not really in the person's position. What happened doesn't happen to you. So that's why you are saying, if I were in your position, okay? Which means it's not real. It's not factual, okay? So if I were in your position, I will never leave. Now, the second example here, Jane wishes her son were faster at getting ready in the morning. Okay, Jane wishes her son were faster at getting ready in the morning. Now, look here, you know, there are some students, if you are dressing in the morning to go to school, you kind of being sluggish and then sleeping. So now Jane's son was like that. So I give this example, Jane never has son, okay? So don't say Jane has a son, no. It's just an example, okay? So Jane wishes her son were faster at getting ready in the morning, okay? So now the next example, okay, Dr. Amina suggests that Aga run 3 times a week. Okay, Dr. Amina suggests that Aga run 3 times a week. Now, the subjective here is run, and I forget to put it in color. Okay, this run is the subjective. Okay, so Dr. Amina suggests that Aga run 3 times a week. Okay, so now you see homework. These are the questions for you to answer on your own, and I would like to see the answers. Okay, I would like to see the answers. You can write them and send it to the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group, or you answer it and then send it under the comment section of our YouTube. Okay, so or you can write and bring it to the school. Now, here we have state 5 types of mood. We have 5 types of mood which I have explained to you. Okay, so you need to mention the 5 types one by one, which is the first one, conditional mood. We talk about conditional mood, and then the second one is imperative mood. We have imperative mood, and then indicative mood, interrogative mood, and also the subjective mood. So you need to measure them like that, okay? Now, the next question is list 5 examples of interrogative mood. So you need to give me 5 examples of interrogative mood. Interrogative mood. Now, again, we have explain imperative mood. That is, you explain what is imperative mood. That is all. So if anybody there have question now, you can ask me then before we end the class for today. Anybody with question? Just check from your right side, you see more. Where you see more, click on that more from your Zoom and then click raise up hand. Okay, you see more, click it, click that more from your right side and then click raise up hand if you have any question, so that we attend to your question before we end the class. Any question there? No question. Okay, so in that case, we need to end the class for today. Thank you for attending the class. So make sure you go to the YouTube and then watch the last class, watch this one at the first class, and then this class also. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube after watching, and then you comment, like, you click on like button. Also click on the notification button so that you can get notified anytime we upload a new video. So this video too will soon be uploaded later today by the grace of God. Thank you.